Hey, what's up, you guys? Gediminas here. Hope you guys are doing fantastically well. And today I wanted to talk about how to maintain your motivation when you don't get much support from your close people, or maybe you even get criticized. So if you're watching a replay of this video, please do me a massive favor and stick hashtag replay into the comments. If you're brand new, if you're watching one of my videos for the first time, please do say new in the comments as well. And if you get value from this video, feel free to share it or maybe tag somebody in the comments that you might think would get value from this video. So first of all, quite often I get this question, how to maintain your motivation, how not to lose your enthusiasm, how not to lose your drive, etc. And for me, that has a lot to do with your mission, with your vision, right? So, usually they talk about goals, right? But I think goals have been used so much that that word actually lost its power. For me, my goals, I don't call them goals. I call it my definite major purpose in life, right? That's my purpose in life. That's my mission. That's the vision, right? When it's one type of energy you get when you're reading a goal, there's another type of energy you get when you're reading your purpose in life, isn't it? Right? So one thing that is super important when it comes to maintaining your motivation is to know that mission, is to know that vision, is to have those goals written down and to read them all the time. Because if you're reading your goals every single morning, every single evening, how could you lose motivation? How could you not be excited about jumping out of bed in the morning to go and chase your vision, chase your mission, right? How could you not be excited when your head hits the pillow, when the last thing you read that day was your goals, and you fall asleep by thinking and by visualizing about your goals, right? That's super exciting, right? It pumps you up. A second thing is personal development, right? Doing some sort of a personal development every single day. Every morning, every evening, maybe reading 10 pages of a good book, maybe listening to an audio podcast, maybe listening to a meditation, maybe, watching some videos or whatever it is, right? But starting your day again with positive information and finishing your day with positive information. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people start the day with a newspaper or news on the television, and they finish the day with, the news on the television or news on the radio driving back from work, right? And what do they get from that? Bunch of negativity, isn't it? And if you're pumping negativity into your head, hey, you're going to get negative, right? You're going to lose your motivation. You're going to lose your enthusiasm if you're pumping that negativity all the time, right? So that's a fact. So first thing, in order to motivate in order to maintain your motivation, is to read your goals and to do personal development all the time. Second part of that, if you don't get support or even you get criticized by family, maybe they laugh at you sometimes, oh, you're still doing your little thing, right? The most important thing here is to stop paying attention. You know what the haters want? What the critics want? The main thing they want is your reaction. That's what they really want. They want to see what will happen, right? Okay, have a look what's going to happen now. Are you still doing your pyramid business, right? And you go all crazy. They go, you see, right? So that's exactly what they wait for. They wait for your reaction. They wait for you to justify yourself. They wait for you to explain yourself and to convince them, etc. Never do that, right? If your family or your friends or your work colleagues or whatever close people in your life, if they don't support what you do, that's totally cool. Don't have the addiction to them supporting you. Don't have it as a requirement that in order for me to become successful in my business, everybody has to love me. Everybody has to support me and clap their hands, etc. It doesn't have to happen, right? Like that. Now, if you have support of your family and friends, that's awesome. But that's not a requirement. That's not necessary for you to reach results. The first part is more important. You reading the goals, knowing your mission, and doing that personal growth, that's what's going to maintain your motivation, not your family and friends supporting you, etc. Right? And if they don't, that's totally cool, right? Don't worry about it, right? Somebody said that your friends and family will not support you until they see your strangers celebrate you, right? So sometimes your friends and family are sort of not sure if this is going to work out, if this is a real thing that you do. Maybe this is all, just a bunch of, fake stuff or whatever. So they're sort of keeping their distance and they're not, keen to support you. But when they start seeing you getting results, when they start seeing you, starting to earn the money, getting some traction, start seeing your leaders recognize you or your company recognize you, then they start turning around. Then they start going, maybe this thing, maybe there's something to it. Maybe it's actually important. So one of those tips is be so good they can't ignore you. Instead of going, oh, they not support me, oh, they're not commenting on my post, oh, they're not buying my products. Instead, go out there and work so hard, do so much, become so known everywhere on social media, get such a presence that it would be impossible to ignore you. Be so good they can't ignore you. Instead of crying about it, why am I not getting a customer? Why am I not getting a team member? Why am I not getting, on company stage or whatever? Be so good that they couldn't ignore you. That they would start talking, well, who's that girl? Who's that guy? Like they're everywhere. Like they're crushing it. Like they're selling crazy. Like they're recruiting crazy. What is that? Who's that person? So you would start getting calls from like way up line, in your leadership, saying, hey, who are you? Like we see you, like what are you doing, right? Be so good they can't ignore you. Don't demand support. Don't demand, people's, love and cheer, etc. Instead, earn it. Don't demand it. Instead, earn it. You can't strike your way all the way to the top. You can't complain your way to the top, but you can work your way to the top for sure, right? So these are a few tips about how to maintain your motivation when you don't get the support. I hope you got value from this. If you did, feel free to share it. If you'd like more awesome, cool training stuff, just click on the links on the description of this video, and I'll see you at the top.